Hi everyone, this is Niyazul Hasan. I have 12 plus years of experience in development and training. And currently I'm working for Quality Thought as a senior full stack Java consultant. And I conducted many induction programs and corporate training for many companies like Cognizant, Capgemini, and Deloitte. Even I worked as a developer come trainer in RG2 IT solutions. So definitely this session is going to be very interesting session for everybody. A person who is from technical background, he will understand this session. A person who is from non-technical background also, he will understand this session. And one more thing I want to tell you, here I am taking online and offline parallelly. This boot camp session I am taking for both the candidates. But there is a one small request for online students. Please don't open your audio or video in the middle of the session. I will give you the separate time to discuss. Okay, so shall we start our session now? Yes. Okay. So what I will do, 1 second, I will do one thing. So yeah, let me open my PPT. So let me close this. Yes. So see here, you know what I'm going to do today. Today, I want to give you a session on Java Bootcamp. Suppose if you go and check the dictionary meaning of bootcamp, guys, if you go and check the dictionary meaning of bootcamp, bootcamp means it is a military training center for new recruiters. But we are not going to see military training center, that bootcamp. So we are going to cover Java Bootcamp. So Java Bootcamp means it is a short, intensive technical program based. So in this bootcamp, in this session, you are not going to cover the complete course. You are going to cover short, intensive technical course, or you can say training. Okay. So even you can see here, I'm giving the what here definition to you so that you can understand easily. So see here, I will give you this is what I'm going to give you. A Java Bootcamp is a short, intensive technical training program in which student will learn following things. So what are the things you are going to cover in this video? So the first you are going to see full stack Java programming skills. Suppose if you want to become a full stack Java developer, so what are the programming skills are required that you are going to learn today? Next, you are going to learn what are the scopes and packages. Suppose if I am learning a Java, so what will be the future scope and what would be the packages? So that also you are going to learn today. Next, even I will be giving you some complete real world projects or applications, means where Java will use and how we are using Java to create the real world applications, real-time applications. Next, even I will be giving you career guidance also through this session. So we are going to cover this many things in this bootcamp session. So now what I'm going to do now, assume that I am a non-technical person or I am a fresher, upcomer. And my dream is to join a IT company, guys, because you know very well. Today, everyone is planning to get a job in a software company. So do you think that I can join any IT company or a software company directly? No, it's not possible. So what we need to do, suppose if I want to work in any software company, definitely I need to learn IT technology, or you can say IT course. If I have IT technology in my hand, then I can go to the software company, I can give my interview, I can get the job. Suppose if I don't have any IT course, if I don't have any IT technology in my hand, can I join any company, guys? No, not possible. So now we came to know that if my dream is to get a job in an IT company, definitely I need to do IT course, IT technology we need to learn. But which IT technology, which IT course we need to learn? So what happened, you do one thing, we have multiple job portals. For example, we have a what? Indeed, we have a Monster, we have a Shine, we have a LinkedIn, we have a Freshers World, even we have what here? Naukri, we have many more. So if you go and check any job portal, in every job portal, there will be a JD, job description. So if you go and check, today you can find there is a huge demand for full stack developers. There is a huge demand for full stack developers. So now I got to know one thing now. To build a IT career, I need to learn IT course. I need to learn IT technology. And there is only one demand in industry today, that is known as full stack developers demand. So now what happened, I went to the what here? One institute, guys. Okay, I went to the one institute. Because I know that there is a demand for what here? Full stack developers. So there is a demand for full stack developers. So I went to the what here? One institute. That institute name is Quality Thought. And Quality Thought people, what they did, for every course, they assigned a course manager. For example, for Java, we have a course manager. For Python, we have a separate course manager. For AWS, we have a separate course manager. So this is the system they have designed, guys, which is very interesting one. So assume that I came to know there is a demand for full stack developers. I went to Quality Thought and I met our course manager and I said, I want to become a full stack developer. So then that course manager said, which full stack developer? Because to become a full stack developer, we need to do full stack development course. So we have a Java full stack development course. We have a Python full stack development course. We have a .NET full stack development course. We have a month stack. We have a mean stack. Remember, month stack and mean stack also comes under full stack development course only. So then that course manager said, which developer you want to become? Java full stack developer, Python full stack developer, .NET full stack developer, or you want to become a mean stack or month stack developer? Then after listening this information, I became full stack developer. Not full stack developer, guys. I got stuck now. So I became a what here? Full stack developer. So really I was thinking, because I am from non-technical background, I was not aware of this many courses for full stack development. Okay. Then, so now the question will come, which technology we need to choose to become a full stack developer? So I will be giving you some points. Based on that points, we will learn which technology we need to do. So see here, I will be giving some points here. The first point is any technology which is easy to learn and easy to use. Yes or no, tell me. First, what we need to give the priority? Easy to learn, easy to use. Second, we need to focus on what here? The technology must be in demand. Demand in the market, guys. And the technology must have high packages. Sir, If I'm working as a developer, if they are giving 10,000 salary, why I will work for that job? I will not join for that job. So they must offer high packages. Next we have, okay, next we have, so long-term future scope. Assume that there was a one technology, guys, EJB, Entity Java Bean. So now there is no scope for EJB now. There is no scope for EJB. Now nobody will teach you EJB. Nobody will learn EJB. Nobody is using EJB now, nowadays. So the scope of that EJB is what? Finished. But we need to learn that technology which is having what? Good scope. Means if I learn that technology in next 30 years, 40 years, the technology should exist. There should be a demand in the market, guys. There should be a demand. So we need to choose that technology which is having what? Long-term future scope. Then next we have what here? More job opportunities. Definitely any technology which is in demand, that technology comes with more job opportunities. Why I am telling more job opportunities? Why I am stressing on more job opportunities? Because people are looking for a job as a experience as well as a fresher also. Okay. So online students, please don't use anything. Just listen the class. I will give you the separate time to discuss. We'll discuss one-to-one. So as I said, more jobs means what here? Jobs for freshers, jobs for experience, for both. So if you find these qualities in any technology, then only you need to learn the technology, otherwise not. Yes or no? Yes. Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Now I got to know. So we have multiple full stack developers courses, but we need to choose that course which is easy to learn, easy to use, which is in demand, which is having high packages, which is having long-term futures, and also contains more job opportunities. So that is the reason. What usually I will say to you is nothing but to learn Java. I recommend specially to learn what here? Java. So might be one question is coming in your mind, why Java? Why Java? See here. So whenever that questions comes in, why Java now? So first we will see what is Java. Then I will show you what are the benefits are there with Java. Then we will compare with other technologies. So now you can see here. Assume that if somebody says what is Java, because for fresher level and for experience level, it is very important question. We should know what is Java. So first I can say Java is a object oriented programming language, guys. It's object oriented. So many people might be, they don't know what is this object oriented. So let me give you the explanation in a proper way, so that you can understand easily. Assume that if I'm dealing with a Java, in Java, we have some data. Assume that data can be in any format. It can be PDF, it can be audio, it can be video, it can be text file, any format. So the data is nothing but when I'm talking about programs, because in Java, we are developing the programs. So when I'm talking about programs, our data we will store inside variables. Our data we will store inside objects, only in two places. In two formats, we can store our data. One, we can store the data in variable format. Another one is we can store our data in object format. So which one is better is nothing but working with objects is better, guys. Why working with objects is better? I will give you one simple example to you so that you can understand here. See here, assume that this is my one computer, guys. This is one machine. So let me say this is, I can say machine 1. Even I can say tire 1, or I can say layer 1. This is one computer. And there is another computer is there with me. So that is known as what here? Machine 2. Let me say machine 2, tier 2, and layer 2. Alternate names. Alternate names. Remember, machine, tier, layer, pretty same. These are the two computers are there now. Now both are in different place. Both are in different place, guys. So assume that one computer is there in India, one computer is there in USA. So tell me, direct communication possible? Huh? No, direct communication is not possible. So that's why compulsory we need to take the support of network. What we need to use? Network. Network means internet. With the help of this network, I can connect one machine to another machine. And because of this network only, online student attending my class. Otherwise, there is no virtual class for them. Okay now. So assume that in machine 1, I have some data, guys, which is in variable. You can see here, I have two data, 10 and 20. And I store in A and B. A and B are known as what? Variables. A and B are known as variable. Consider A and B, both are variables. So my data is stored in variables. So what happens, whenever we send the data will go to the network and network will pass the data. If I'm sending one variable, one time network is using. If I'm sending two variables, 2 times network is using. It is using 2 times network. Tell me tomorrow if I'm sending 10 data, how many times network will use? 10 times. Because each variable is going to the network. After that, it is going to the machine too. So here load on network is increasing. So that is not recommended to use. That is the reason Java says don't store your data in variables. So what we need to do, we need to store into the what here? Objects. Now we are storing our data inside objects. You can see here. I store my data inside object. That is the object representation, object diagram representation. And we are sending this object from one machine to another machine. So how many times network is using? Only one time, na? Yes. It is using only for one time only. So tell me, working with variables is good or working with objects is good? Objects is good. That is the reason everyone working with object-oriented features only. You take example of C++. C++ came with object-oriented features. Later Java came with object-oriented features. Later .NET came with object-oriented features. Now you can see Python came with object-oriented features. Even TypeScript came with object-oriented features only. So whatever the modern languages are coming into the market, everyone encouraging to object-oriented features only. So remember, working with what your objects is good, guys, when compared to procedural languages. Okay, now we got an idea that so Java is a what here? Object-oriented programming language. So now we need to go to the second one. Second one, we need to focus on what here? It is a platform independent. So platform independent means what happens? I will give you one simple example, one more example to you, so that you can understand with more clarity. Platform independent means, platform means operating system, guys. In IT industry, operating systems are known as what here? Platforms. So we have multiple platforms. See, let me give you multiple platforms here. This is one platform. This is another platform. This is another platform. We have a multiple platforms. So multiple platform means, let me take first Windows, because in India, we habituated to work with what? Windows only. That is the reason every 6 months we will do operating system installation, means we will do format. Because in Windows, virus will come immediately, guys. Windows will affect with virus. If you need wireless free operating systems, then you need to go to what here? Ubuntu. Okay, what we can use? Ubuntu we can use. Even we can use what here? Linux, or you can say Unix. Even we can use what here? Mac. So these are what here? Wireless free operating system. Here you won't get virus. So now assume that if I'm developing any Java program, so this Java program, I can run anywhere, guys. I can run in Windows, I can run in Ubuntu, I can run in Linux, I can run in Mac, in any operating system. That is the reason it is known as platform independent. And because of this behavior, Java is also known as Vora. Vora means write once, run anywhere. So that features is also available in Java, guys. It's a platform independent. Java program you can run anywhere, in any platform you can run. So the first we have seen it is a object oriented. Second, we have seen it is a platform independent. The third one we can see is it is a case sensitive. Case sensitive means upper case will consider as different, lower case will consider as different. For example, assume that if I am writing small a is equal to 10, and if I am writing a capital A is equal to 10, tell me it's one variable or two variables? Two variables, because it's a case sensitive programming language. So when you are writing a Java code, so you need to follow case sensitivity. Okay, sir, I got an idea. Next, what we need to see, it is a high level programming language. See, I will be giving you one diagram to you so that you can understand easily what we are going to do. I will give you another diagram. See, when it comes to programming language, guys, programming language, why we need to use first? See, assume that this is a user is there here. This is a user. This is a user. Okay. This is a user. And this user wants to interact with the what here? Computer. System. So whenever user wants to interact with the computer, this is called user. And this is known as what here? Computer. Tell me, if user wants to interact with the computer, tell me user can interact with computer directly machine? Not possible. So what we need to use? Programming language. So remember, programming language is a mediator. Programming language is an interface between user and computer. So with the help of programming language only, user is interacting with a computer. But when it comes to programming, guys, our programming language, programming language actually categorized into three types. Guys. One is called low-level language. Second one is high-level language. One is middle-level language. So this is what you need to understand. So tell me, programming language categorized into three types. One is low level, one is high level, one is middle level. So low level language means language which is understood by computer. Any language which is understood by computer, that is known as what? Low level language. High level language means language which is understood by user. Low level understood by computer. High level language understood by user. And middle level language means it's a combination of low and high. It's a combination of low level language and high level language. For example, C language. C language we never consider as a low level language or high level language. It's a middle level language. And low level languages means we have one called assembly language. You can say assembly language, or you can say what here? Machine language. These are the example of low level languages. But when it comes to high level language, we have Java, .NET, Python. These are known as high level languages. Middle level language, we can say C language. C language is a middle level language. Okay. So we know very well that Java is a high level language. High level language means who will understand? User will understand. Either you are from technical background, non-technical background, it does not matter. Here I am not telling if you are a technical person, then only you will understand Java. I am telling if you are a user, then you will understand. Understood my point here? Okay. So that is the definition is also there here. So we have seen that, first we have seen Java is a what here? Object oriented. Second, platform independent, case sensitive, high level. Lex is what here? Versatile programming language. This is a very important point, guys. If anyone says what is Java? Java is a versatile programming language. So why we are telling it's a versatile programming language? What is the reason? See, Java is used in multiple applications, guys. But I will give you some applications which are very important in the real time. So what are the applications we are developing by using Java? See, using Java, we can develop standalone application. We can develop standalone application. Let me write standalone applications. We can develop desktop applications. We can develop mobile applications. Even we can develop ERP applications. Even we can develop distributed applications. Even we can develop enterprises applications. So these are the applications we can develop. Even I can say web applications. Many more, and etc. So these are the applications we can develop by using Java. That is the reason Java is known as versatile programming language. It means using Java, we can develop all types of applications. But nowadays, if you go and search in any IT industry, where we are using Java widely means to develop these three applications: ERP applications, distributed applications, and enterprises applications. So now we will focus one by one. What are those applications? So first I want to explain about what? ERP application. So see here what I'm going to do now. I will open the Paint. So let me explain about what here? ERP application. You know, ERP stands for Enterprise Resource Planning is. What is ERP stands for? Enterprise Resource Planning. And ERP is used to manage the data. Okay. In a enterprise, in the company, guys. It is used to manage the data in enterprise. I didn't understand anything. Can you give me one example so that I can understand what is ERP application? Assume that there is a one company is there, guys. Here I want to write before ERP. So you know, in every company, let's say company is nothing but what here, let's say Amazon company only. So please don't open your video. Okay. Assume that this is an Amazon company, guys. So tell me, in Amazon company, what will be there? We have a sales department. What we have? Sales department will be there. And even we have a manufacturing department. Assume. Even we have a QA department, quality assurance department. Even we have a HR department. Okay, we have multiple departments. Assume that we have so many. This many departments are there in Amazon company, guys. So what happened, before ERP, every department maintaining their own database. Assume that this is HR department laptop, computer. So they are maintaining their own database. I will give you here. They are maintaining their own database. They are maintaining their own database. They are maintaining their own database, and whatever the information they require, they are keeping in their own database only. Similarly, QA team, what they are doing, they are keeping their information in their database. Manufacturing department is keeping their information in their database. Sales departments, they are keeping sales and distribution. You can say sales and distribution department. They are keeping their information inside their database. Assume that this sales department need information about the products, like how many products manufactured. So what happens? They need to go to manufacturing department and they need to ask, hey, manufacturing department, can you give me your data? I want to see how many products are ready so that we can do distribution. Yes or no? Tell me. Physically, they need to go there. They need to ask. So this was the problem. Again, what happened? QA team was going to the manufacturing department, and they were telling, we want to check the quality of the products which you manufactured. Tell me how many you did. You give me the data. So here, physical communication was more, guys. So they need to go and interact, and they need to collect the data. They need to extract the data like that. So that problem was analyzed and given a ERP. The solution is given by what here? ERP. So what happens, after ERP, what happens? I will tell you. Let me delete this. So now what happened, after ERP? So after ERP, what happens, they will keep this database, one database only. How many database they will keep? Only one database they will keep here. This is known as what here? Database server. You can say DB server. And now they removed all the databases from other departments. Cut. Now, if HR needs any information, HR department needs, they need to connect with what? Database server. If QA team needs any information, they need to connect with what? Database server. Manufacturing team required any information, they need to go to what? Database server. Sales department need any information, they need to go to what? Database server, like this. So tell me, it simplifies the process or not? Tell me. So now, sales department did not need to go to manufacturing department. QA team did not need to go to manufacturing department nowadays. So this type of applications we can develop by using Java. Where we are using Java nowadays. That is called what here? ERP application. Next I told, even it is famous for what here? Distributed application, guys. So distributed application means, let me explain. I will give you now distributed application. Distributed application means, assume that we have a client, guys. We have a client here. We have a client. Client can be anything. Then we have a server, guys. We have a server. Let's say this is known as what here? Gmail server or Yahoo server. Gmail, or I can say Yahoo server. Gmail and Yahoo, These are known as email providers. Email providers means if you want to create any email ID, so you need to go to Gmail or Yahoo. Otherwise, you can take Zoho, Rediff, Outlook. So these are known as what here? Email providers. They will provide you emails. Okay, now. So definitely client will be there in one location, server will be there in another location. So direct communication not possible. Here also we need to take the support of network, NETWORK, network. So network is there here. You know, Gmail is having multiple servers in multiple locations. And don't keep every server in one computer. You need to keep in multiple computers. Because one computer will have one server only. But I am keeping all the servers in one place. So see here, I am keeping one server. This is known as what here? Main server. Then I am just creating few more servers here in the same computer, but you just add these servers into different computers. This server is known as what here? Parallel server. This server is known as parallel server. This server is also known as parallel server. So as I said, Gmail is having multiple servers in multiple locations. And we have multiple clients also, multiple clients. Assume that this is client 1. And let me give, this is the client 2. And this is known as what here? Client 3. So we have 3 clients here. So let's say client 1. Let me give client 1. I will give client 2. Then I will give what here? Client 3. So what happens? Assume that if multiple clients giving the request to the main server. So whenever client is giving the request will go to the first server only, main server. But tell me, main server can handle this many requests at a time? No, because every server will maintain limited request only. Depends upon the server capacity, guys. So we need to do that separate configuration for servers. But nowadays we are not taking any physical server support. Nowadays we are working with cloud computing only. Cloud computing means we are working with AWS, Azure, GCP. So these are known as what here? Cloud computing concepts. So nowadays we are not working with any physical server. So when you create servers in the virtual machines, nothing but in cloud, that time we need to do the configurations like my server should accept how many requests. Understood my point here now? So that is a different story. Assume that there are 3 clients are giving the request to the main server, but main server can handle this many requests? No. So what main server will do? It will forward this request. He's distributing this request to other servers. So this is known as what here? Distributed applications. So in the real time, Java is also widely used to develop distributed applications, guys. And one more, I think I said, one is known as enterprises application. Very, very important. So let me give you about enterprise application also. What is enterprise application means? Application deals with a large business complex logic with the help of middleware services is called enterprise application. So definitely I did not understand this definition. So can you explain in a proper way? See, whenever we are working with real-time projects, guys, in the real-time projects, mainly we are dealing with 3 logics only. What are the 3 logics we are dealing? First, we are dealing with presentation logic. Second, we are dealing with business logic. Third, we are dealing with persistence logic. So during the training, we'll say logic like that. But in the real time, we never say logic, we will say layer. What we should pronounce? Layer. So assume that in the real time, we are working with presentation layer, we are working with business layer, and we are working with persistence layer. Only 3 layers we are working on. 3 layers only we are working. So when it comes to enterprise application working on what here? Business layer, business logic. Business logic means what? Assume that you go to ATM. ATM, what will you do in ATM? You will insert your card. Then after inserting the card, it will ask for options. You need banking, you need mini statement, okay, you need withdrawal, you want to transfer, like that it will ask you some set of options. You will select banking. Then it will ask you withdraw, yes, withdrawal. Then it will ask you enter your PIN, you will enter your PIN. So this is known as what? Business logic. Business logic means taking the inputs from end user, processing that inputs and giving output. That is known as what here? Business logic. Understood my point here? Business is very simple. Taking inputs, processing inputs and giving outputs. That is known as what? Business logic. So remember, any application which is dealing with a large business complex logic, because developing business logic is not easy job. It's a very difficult to write business logics. So that is the reason I am telling large business complex logic with the help of middleware services. Middleware services means additional services. For example, middleware services means it can be authentication and authorization. It can be malware production. It can be security. It can be JDBC connection pool. Anything guys, anything, and etc. transaction, etc. firewall, it can be anything. For example, Facebook is there. Facebook is an enterprise application, guys. And I want to connect with the Facebook. Can I connect directly? What it will ask? Authentication. Now you go to banking applications. Banking applications are what? Very secured applications. Yes or no, tell me? So that type of services, whatever the additional services we are adding in our application, that is known as what here? Middleware services. So application which is dealing with large business complex logic with the middleware services. Such type of application is known as what? Enterprises application, guys. And all online shopping websites, that is also comes under what here? Enterprises applications, guys. So remember, this is a wide range area where Java is used. Okay, sir. Now I got an idea. Why Java is known as? Why Java is known as versatile programming language. So tell me, Java is used to create every application or not? Yes. And one more last one is Java is an open source. You know, Java actually given by Sun Microsystem company. Initially, Java came with what here? Sun Microsystem company. Later, Oracle Corporation company took Java. So now Java is a product of Oracle Corporation company. Who is the developer? James Gosling. James Gosling is the creator who created Java actually. In 1995, Java came into the existence. And you know, many people are thinking in 1995, Java came. They are thinking like this. No, wrong. Actually, Java came in the year of 1991 only, guys. 1991 Java came. But that time it is not called Java. That time it was called Oak. So the original name of Java is what here? Oak. Understood my point here, no? But later they renamed it Oak to Java in 1995. That's the reason we says James Gosling created Java in the year of 1995 like this. Okay. Okay, sir, I got an idea. Java is a product of Oracle Corporation company now. Initially, it was given by Sun Microsystem. Now it is handled by Oracle Corporation company. Assume that I want to work with Java. So we need to install JDK software base. JDK. Don't say Java software. Java software name is what? JDK software. Java Development Kit. And you know, there is a one IBM company is there. IBM company guys. IBM company also using Java, but not Oracle Corporation Java. IBM is using its own Java that is known as what here? SDK. Understood my point here? So remember, we have two categories of Java now. We have IBM Java, we have Oracle Corporation Java. So what we are going to cover in our classes, it is Oracle Corporation Java, not IBM Java. IBM says, I don't want to use any other products. I want to use my own products only. Remember, programming language is one product. Framework is one product. Database is one product. Tool is one product in IT industry. So IBM says, I don't want to use any other products of any other company. I want to use my own products only. So that is the reason they develop their own Java that is known as SDK. Okay, there are many tools are there. IBM is very good company, guys. So later we will see what it is, why I am telling that IBM is good, but we don't have that much of time to explain here. So I hope you people understood what is Java now. So if anyone says what is Java, you can tell them Java is a object oriented, platform independent, case sensitive, high level, versatile, open source programming language. Sir, I came to know Python is also good. What is Python now? Because I told you first we will learn Java, then we will compare with other technologies. Sir, what about Python? Sir, Python is also object oriented. Sir, Python is also platform independent. Sir, Python is also case sensitive. Python is also high level language. But Python is not a versatile. Python is known as general purpose programming language. Only the difference is in Java we say what here? Versatile. Versatile we will say in Java. But in Python what we will say? General purpose programming language. Meaning is same. That is also used to create all applications. And that is also open source. This is also open source. Same definition. Same definition you can tell for Java, same definition you can tell for Python. Then you tell me, sir, why we should learn Java when both are same? When both are same. See, one thing is there here. Only the reason is one simple reason is there here. That is the reason we are not working with what here? Python, guys. So what is that reason? I will show you here. See here. The reason why not Python? Because performance issue, guys. Performance is not good for Python. So when I am telling performance is not good, so I need to prove also. So why are you telling that Python performance is not good? You are teaching Java, that's why Java performance is good. If your performance is good, Java performance is also good. No. See here, I will show you now. So what I want to show you now, let me open the paint. I will show you here. See here, what I will do now. You know, one side I will write a Java and one side I will write a what here? Python. Let me write one side Java, one side I want to write the Python. You know, Java is a compiled language. Java is a what language? Compiled language. But Python is a interpreted language. Sir, I didn't understand. Compiled means it's a programming language, yes. It's a which language? Programming language, but Python is a scripting language. I hope now you understood. So Compiled language, interpreted language means I didn't understand. See, if I am writing a Java program, first I need to compile the code. Then I can execute. So what is compulsory? Compilation. Compilation is compulsory. Assume that I am developing one Java program. Java program we need to save with .java. Every Java program we need to save with .java, .java, .java. But .java program directly will not execute in our computer. So first we need to compile this program. Remember, whenever we compile this program, so there is a one file will be created, what that is called .class file. So tell me, for every Java program, what file will be created? .class file, and that .class file contains bytecode. What code? Bytecode. If anyone says what .class file contains, bytecode, and that bytecode will execute in the computer. That bytecode will execute in the computer, and bytecode is understand by machine easily, guys. It's a machine understandable language, guys. So that is the reason performance is faster. But when you take an example of Python, in Python, what happened? You are writing py file, guys. What file we are writing? Py file means whenever we write a Python program, we need to save with .py. Py is the extension, but Python program we are not compiling, directly executing. Directly executing, that is known as interpreted language. Understood the difference? What is compiled language and interpreted language? Interpreted means, do you need to compile? No. Directly we are executing in the computer. Tell me, Python program understand by user, because Python is a high level language. Like Java. Java is a high level language. .NET is a high level language. Python is also high level language. And remember, high level language understands by the user. It will not understand by the computer. But if here we are writing .py file, and that .py file I am executing in the computer, so our computer will not understand py program directly. Directly it will not execute. So that is the reason performance is decreasing here. So many people will ask, sir, you said Java is a versatile programming language and Python is a general purpose programming language. Then why you are telling to us to do Java codes? Because performance is better when compared to Python. And remember, in the real-time industry, what we will focus is nothing but performance only. Assume that you are a student now. Tomorrow you will get job, because I appreciate first of all to you people. This is a festival day, guys. It's a festival day and you sacrifice your festival and you are attending my workshop. I really appreciate your passion, and I wish because of this blessing day, you will get a job tomorrow with a good package. So what I was telling is nothing but, guys, see, we have a Java and Python. So Java is a what here? Versatile. And Python is a what here? General purpose. So main thing is what here? Performance issue. Only that is reason. Assume that tomorrow you are going for a job. Assume that you got the job. Because of this blessing day, you got the job. So what, every company having probation period. Every company will have probation period. Not for fresher, for experience also. Assume that tomorrow if I leave this quality thought, if I want to join any other company or any other institute also, so there will be a probation period. Probation period means they will check, they will calculate, they will estimate your performance. If your performance is good, then they will say, they will assign permanent position to you in that company, guys. They will give you incrementation also if that company standards are good, if management is good. So what happens, what they will do once if you join any IT company, what they will check? Performance. Yes or no, tell me. Performance is matter, guys. Similarly, the technology which we are using in IT industry to develop the softwares or a projects, so what they will check? Performance. That is the reason there is a huge demand for Java today. There is a huge demand. So don't worry. Those who are learning Java, you don't need to worry, guys. Anyhow, I will explain the scope and packages. What Java people can do in the future also. Okay, now we got an idea. So I proved that. What is the reason? Why we are not learning the Python today? Only the one thing is what here? Performance. Okay. So now let's see what here course roadmap, because we know very well in IT companies there is a demand only for what here? Full stack developers. And we decided to learn Java full stack development course. So we should know what is the roadmap for the course. What are the technologies comes under full stack development course. See, as per IT industry, I'm telling, as per IT industry, full stack development course having only two technologies. One is called front end and another is called back end. So remember, as per IT industry, they consider only two technologies, front end, back end. So definitely we need to see what is front end, because this is 2 days workshop. 2 days workshop, guys. Today and tomorrow, same timing, 10 to 12 only. So today what I will do, I will explain front end technologies. And tomorrow I will explain back end technologies. And I will show you what is front end, how to create applications in front end. If you learn one front end, you can learn remaining front end applications. Other front end technologies you can learn easily. So today's target, today's intention, today's agenda, only to focus on what? Front end technologies. Back end technologies, I will explain what? Tomorrow. But I will give you the definition. Okay. So now let's see here. What is front end now? So front end is a part of a website or an application where user directly interact with it. So front end means what happened? User is interacting with that application or a project directly. In general, the one which is visible to the end user to perform some operations is called front end. Sir, I didn't understand. Non-technical, na? Layman. Layman means a person who does not have any knowledge. Layman, sir, I am a layman. Okay, I will give you one example to you. You just open the here. You just type, I want to connect with Facebook. So every Facebook is having what here? Login page. So see here, when I connect, you can find this. This is known as what here? Facebook login page. So tell me, here Facebook login page is nothing but it's a front end. It's a front end. So where we are interacting, assume that I will give my mail ID if I want. I will give my what? Password, and I will click what button? Login button, submit button. Like this I can give it, na? So the one which is visible to the end user to perform some operations is called front end. Let's say nowadays, Facebook we are not using now. Now who is getting more popularity? Instagram. Instagram is getting popularity. That is the reason Facebook is telling, you shared one photo 2 years back. Do you want to share one more time? Share. It's reminding you. He is telling, use me. He is telling, today's your friend's birthday is there. You want to wish him. But Instagram is giving like that updates, notifications? No. But since Instagram came, the more popularity is coming to what here? Instagram nowadays. Everyone is habituated to use Instagram. And I have seen many students are spoiling their career because of Instagram only. So now let's see this. Let's go to the Instagram. What I will do now, /login. So Instagram also having its own login page. So what I will do, I will open here browser. I will open the browser. I will type instagram.com/login. So see here, whenever I do, here also what is coming? Login page, Instagram login page. This is also front end. The one which is visible to the end user to perform some operations. That is called what? Front end. Okay, sir, I got an idea. What is front end? Now I got an idea. But how to develop this? That is my question. So to develop this front end technology, what we need to do to develop any front end, we need to learn front end technologies, guys. So what are the front end technologies we have? First one, we have what here? React. If you want to create any front end application, so you can choose React. Otherwise, you can choose Angular. You can use Amber. You can use Backbone, or you can use Vue. So these are the what here. There are many more front end technologies are there. Few of them I am giving which are more popular today. So any one front end technology you can learn, and later you can upgrade yourself in other front end technologies also. Okay, these are the front end technologies we have. Okay, sir, to develop those front end applications, we need to learn front end technologies. Understood what is front end? Yes. Now we need to focus on what? Back end. Back end means the one which is not visible to the end user. Assume that Facebook is telling to create one ID. So I will give my name, mail ID, password, everything. I will click submit button. So tell me, data will store in the server, in the database. Can you see the data? No. Backend can we see? No. The one which is not visible to the end user, but it performs operations based on the instructions given by front end is called backend. So means front end will say update the data, backend will update the data. If front end we are doing delete, it will delete the data. So the one which is not visible to the end user, but it performs operations based on the instructions given by front end, that is called backend. So what are the backend technologies we have? So backend technologies is nothing but you can see Java, Python, .NET, Node.js, PHP, Express.js. This all are known as what here? Backend technologies. Understood my point here now? So full stack development course having front end, back end. So in front end, we have React, Angular, Vue, Backbone, Amber. And in back end, we have Java, Python, .NET, Node, PHP. And we already came to know that why we should use Java in the back end. Why we should use Java in the back end. So back end idea we have. Leave it. Back end anyhow we need to cover tomorrow. But what is our today's intention? Today's intention is to learn front end, guys. So what I'm going to give you, see here, first we will see what are the job scopes. See here, assume that I am doing a full stack Java development course. Tomorrow you can apply for front end developer job. You can apply for back end developer job, means Java developer job. Even you can apply for Android developer also. Remember, to learn Android, you should have knowledge on core Java. So those who learns Android, they will not start Android training directly. First, they will give training on core Java, then later they will learn Android. And even with the help of Java, you can do what? Testing. Yes, you take Selenium, guys. You know, testing are 3 types: manual, automation, and Selenium. In Selenium, we will write a Java code only. So what they will do, those who are taking the training on Selenium, so first they will not start Selenium training, guys. First they will train on core Java, then they will give training on Selenium. Similarly, we can learn what? Hadoop. If you have knowledge on Java, then you can learn Hadoop, because to learn Hadoop, you should have knowledge on Java. Similarly, for what? Blockchain. Many people are thinking only Python is used in AI and ML and data science. Remember, Java. Now, Java also support for AI and ML. And using Java, we can write algorithms in data structures. Earlier, only Python was there to write the algorithms in data structure. Nowadays, we can write algorithms in data structure with the help of Java also. So that is the reason I said versatile programming language. Now Java is used everywhere. Nobody can defeat Java. Don't worry, guys. So these are the what here scopes are there here. If you want to build your career, you can build your career in this many domains, guys. In this many domains, you can build your career with the help of full stack Java development course. Okay, got an idea. So now what I want to give you is nothing but salary packages. Suppose if you are a fresher, guys, if you are a fresher or you are in entry level. So the minimum package they are giving 3 lakhs to 6 lakhs depends upon the level of company, guys. Or you can say company scale. If it's a good company, they will give you good package, 6 lakhs, 5 lakhs, like that. If it's a medium scale, they will give you what? 4 lakhs, 4.5 lakhs. If it's a small scale company, they will give you what? 3 lakhs. And for experienced people starts from what year? 7 lakhs to 30 lakhs depends upon the experience, how much you are carrying. Hands-on experience. How much hands of experience do you have? Based on that, they will give you different package. Again, here also depends on company HR policies also. Okay. These are the what here salary packages are there for full stack Java development course. So as I said, what we need to do now? Let's start with what here? Front-end application development. Because today, what we need to do, we need to create front-end applications. So how to create front-end applications? We need to see. But I don't want to create first application directly. First, I will give you which front-end technologies are in demand in India. I'm talking about India as well as I'm talking about US also. But especially we need to consider first what? India, our country. So when it comes to what here? Front end. So there is a huge demand for what here? React and Angular only in India. So either you need to learn React or you need to learn what here? Angular. So first what we will see the difference. So what are the differences are there between them? After that, we will see similarities. After similarities, we will develop the programs, applications. So see here, when it comes to React, React is a product of Facebook, guys. Facebook gave React. And Angular is given by Google company. Understood my point here now? So tell me, React is a product of Facebook, which is also known as Meta. But Angular is given by Google. It's a product of Google. That's the first difference. Second difference is React introduced in 29th May 2013. In 2013 it came. But Angular came in the year of 2016. Before Angular, there was an Angular JS. Angular JS came 2010. October 2010 it came. But when we talk about the second version it is Angular, not Angular JS. So Angular came in which year? 2016. React came in the year of 2013. Then we have what here? Definition. So if anyone says what is React? React is a front-end JavaScript library. Remember, it's a JavaScript library. Library means whatever the program, code, everything will be there in the library, which is used to create the applications. So it is a front-end JavaScript library for building user interfaces. User interfaces means button, form, color. That is known as what here? User interfaces. So what is React? React is a front-end JavaScript library for building building user interfaces. Or you can say front-end applications. Next is what here? What is Angular? Angular is an open source JavaScript framework. Remember, Angular is not a library, it's a framework. Framework means it's a collection of libraries. React is single library, but Angular is a collection of libraries that is known as framework. And that Angular used for web and mobile development. You can create web development. For web development, you can use, even we can use for mobile development also. Then we have next one is, suppose if I want to create any React project, React application, we need to learn JSX. JSX language we need to learn, then only we can create React applications, React project. Similarly, when it comes to Angular, in Angular we need to learn TypeScript language. So remember, in React we are not writing Java code. In Angular we are not writing Java code. So in React we are writing JSX, JavaScript extension. Some people says JavaScript XML. So JSX we need to use, we need to write the code, and in Angular we need to use TypeScript. Okay. Next, what we need to do? Model. Model means how React is executing internally. For example, if you take Java program executed by JVM, Java Virtual Machine. So JVM will execute Java program. If you take Python, PVM, Python Virtual Machine. If you take Android, DVM, Dalvik Virtual Machine. So similarly, who is executing the React application? Internally, virtual DOM. Virtual DOM. So what is this DOM? Document Object Model. See, whenever we are working with React or whenever we are working with Angular, both what happen, output will be displayed on the browser only. React output and Angular output, where it will come? Browser. In browser, that outputs will come. So browser is executing our React code, browser is executing our Angular code. So directly it's not possible, guys. So every browser is having DOM, guys. Every browser. Sir, I am working with Chrome. Chrome is having one DOM. Sir, I am working with Mozilla Firefox. That is also having one DOM. Sir, I am working with Microsoft Edge. That is also having one DOM. Sir, I am working with Opera. That is also having DOM. If I am working with Internet Explorer, that is also having a DOM. If I am working with Chromium, Chromium is also having DOM. You take any browser today, every browser is having one DOM. So what happens, React is taking virtual DOM, not with actual DOM. It's a virtual representation. So React is dealing with virtual DOM, but Angular dealing with traditional DOM, means actual DOM. So next is we have what here? Supports. See, React supports one-way data binding. One-way data binding means, see, React and Angular both are used to create components. Both are used to create components. Component means, assume that button is one component. Assume that form is one component. So React and Angular both are component-based programming only. So using React, we are developing components. Using Angular also, we are developing components. So one-way data binding means we have parent component and child component. So data will be transferred from parent to child only. That is known as, one-way data binding. Understood my point here? Unidirectional binding is. There is another approach is there here to transfer the data from child to parent also, but directly not supported. We need to do the separate code. But when it comes to Angular, Angular supports two-way data binding. Two-way data binding means here we are not taking parent component, child component. Here we will take view component. What we will take? View component. So data will be transferred from view to component, component to view. That is known as what here? Two-way data binding. So next to what I can say is testing frameworks. See, remember, you learn any technology today. You learn Java, you learn .NET, you learn Python, you learn React, you learn Angular. So what we need to do? We need to perform unit testing. Unit testing means we need to test the code. My code is working as per the requirement or not. Whatever the functionalities I wrote, is it working or not working perfectly? That checking is known as what here? Unit testing. So to perform unit testing in React, we will use just an enzyme. Just an enzyme we will use, but in Angular we will use Jasmine and Karma. Jasmine and Karma we will use to perform testing, unit testing. Guys. These are the testing frameworks we are using. Next, I can say what here? Companies. So which companies are working with React? You can see Facebook, Twitter, WhatsApp, Netflix, Airbnb. These are the companies are there, those who are working with React. And which companies are working with Angular? Google. Sorry, this is not Apple, this is Apple, guys. What it is? Apple. So please, you can just avoid this. This is Apple company. Next is what? Nike, McDonald's, PayPal. PayPal also. So let me just do the correction here for you people. This is not okay. So let's say okay. So Apple, Nike, McDonald's, and PayPal. These are the companies are working with what here? Angular. So I hope you people understood what is the differences. So now we will see what is the similarities. Why we are using a React and why we are using a Angular and what's the purpose. See here. So what are the similarities are nothing but both React and Angular support a component-based programming. Means using React also we are creating component, using Angular also we are creating component. And both are used to create single page applications. SPA. SPA means single page applications. Sir, what is this single page application? See here. I will show you here. I will go to the Quality Thought website, guys. www.qualitythought.in. So what happened? GHT typing mistake. Okay. So now you can see here, this is the Quality Thought website is there here. I log into this Quality Thought website. Now what I will do, you focus here, guys. You people focus here, guys. What will you focus? You need to focus here. So what I'm going to give you here. So here I want to give you, you focus here only in the refreshment. This is called refresh, reload, or you can say reload. So whenever I do services like corporate training, when I click on this, what is happening? It is loading the entire pages or not? What is doing? It is loading the what? Entire website it is loading. See this registration. Click here. You go to resources, otherwise course materials. Click. See this, what is happening? Loading. Loading means what here? Entire site is what here? Loading. So this is not a single page application. Single page application means without reload, we need to navigate from one page to another page. That is known as what here? Single page applications. So understood why we are using a React and Angular today? To create components and to create a single page applications. Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Now tell me, sir, what I should learn now? Shall I go to the what here? React, or shall I go to the what here? Angular. Tell me, sir. See, you know only one thing, guys. You know only one thing. React is a what here? Library. And Angular is a what here? Framework. So tell me, which one is easy to learn? Library is easy to learn, guys, because it's just one library. But framework means what? Collection of libraries. So when you compare with learning, guys, because I told you now which course we need to choose. Course which is easy to learn, easy to use. Understood my point here now? So that is the reason today huge demand you can find for React developers. So huge demand, guys. So that is the reason. First, I will show you React first. How to create one React project. Okay. Are you ready now? So let's develop the React project now. Then we will create an Angular project. Then we will see the difference. Then I will ask question to you people. Do you think that is it difficult to learn both or not? So let's see here what we need to do. First of all, either you want to work with React or Angular. What we need to install, Node.js we need to install, guys. What we need to install? Node.js we need to install. Sir, you told in the backend we are using Java. Now you are telling to install Node.js. Node.js is a backend technology. Can you please tell me what is the reason why you are telling to install the Node.js software here? See, reason is very simple. To create React projects or Angular projects, we will use npm command. What we will use? npm command, Node Package Manager. npm stands for what? Yes, Node Package Manager. npm command we will use. So tell me, it is a integrated tool, guys. It is integrated tool for Node.js. Means when you can use npm command, if you have Node.js software. Understood my point here now? I am not telling that I will create only React project. Today, I will show you how to create React project as well as Angular project at a time. So tell me, to create React project and Angular project, what is compulsory? Node.js software. Node.js software is compulsory. Why compulsory? Because every React project or Angular project we are creating by using npm command. That npm command is an integrated tool for Node.js. That is the reason we need to download and install Node.js in our local machines, in our local computers, guys. But how to download? So for download, what you can do, for download, I will give you the link www, otherwise I will give http://www.nodejs.org. So whenever you type this URL, you go to any browser. This is known as browser address bar. So go to the browser address bar, don't go to Google. Go to the browser address bar, you type this, you can find here. You can take recommended for most users. This is the latest feature came. You can take anyone you can download. You just click on that, it will get downloaded here. And installation is very simple, guys. Double click, yes, next, finish. You do the installation. So now the thing is, after installation, where it will come? After installation, you need to go to the C drive. Every computer is having C drive. C drive is a hard disk place. So go to the C drive, you can find program files. In the program files, you can find Node.js here. What did you find here? Node.js. Open this Node.js, you need to click beside this Node.js. And now what we need to do, we need to keep in environmental variables. Environmental variables means this is my computer, guys. This is my computers. It will take 15 minutes time, guys. 15 minutes time. See here, we will wind up the session. See here. This is what your my computer. You do right click. You can go to what? Properties. If you go to the properties, then you can find here advanced system settings. Click on advanced system settings. You need to go to environmental variables. Click environmental variables. You can find user variables. Here you can keep what here? Path. Here you need to keep what here? Node.js ends with semicolon. Click what? Okay, I already did. Okay. Okay, how many times you need to do? 3 times. So you need to add this directory. Directory means location of Node.js. Now you can create a, okay, now your setup is ready. npm command setup is ready. So what we need to do now, so after creation this, after doing this, even we required a Visual Studio Code editor, Visual Studio Code editor, which is also known as VSC. So remember that point here, in the real time in the real time, we are developing all front-end technologies in IDEs only. IDEs. IDEs. IDEs means integrated development environments. In the real time. For front-end, we have front-end IDs. In the back-end, we have what here? Back-end IDs. So what are the front-end IDs are there here? Front-end IDs I want to give you. Front-end IDs is nothing but we have a Sublime. We have what here? Atom. We have what here? Visual Studio Code. We have a Dream Viewer. We have etc. guys. So these are the what here? Some of them, some of front-end IDs are there. You can use any one of the ID. You can start developing the code, guys. So tell me in the real time where we need to develop the code? In IDs only. We will prefer IDs. For front end, we have a separate IDs. For back end, we have a separate IDs. So Visual Studio Code I need. So what I need to give, I will give you location from where you can download. So what you can do is nothing but you can type http://code.visualstudio.com. So if you type this URL in the browser, open the browser, you go here, you just paste. So now what we need to click? Download for Windows. You just click on that, it will get downloaded. Click, it will download the what here. See this? What is downloading? Visual Studio Code. Installation is also very simple. Double click, yes, next, finish. You do the installation. I already installed it, both the softwares. Okay now. So what we need to do now? Now I want to create the projects now. I want to create the project because whatever the setup is required, we done with the setup. So what I'm going to do first, see here, I will create one folder here. You can see here, I'm creating one new folder. What's the folder I'm creating on the desktop? React. Sorry guys, I think it is already available. Okay, I will take dummy. I will take what here? React projects. I will create like this. React projects. React project is a folder. So go inside. You go inside and click here. Here, remove, type CMD, command prompt. So tell me, we are into what here? React projects. So first, what I need to do, I want to create the project. So what we need to do, we need to install one module in the React. What is that one? npm install -g. G means globally. What I want to install? Create React app. This is a module we need to install first. Okay, sir, we need to install npm install -g, create React app. So you do this, enter, and you should have good internet connection, guys. Okay, wait here. Let it be create the project. Yes, it is done the installation. Now we need to go for what here? Project creation, guys. So to create a project creation, we need to use that module only. What is that module name? Create React app. We install that module only, na? With the help of that module only, we are creating the project. And see here, what is my project name is my app1. So now you can see here, and React is telling whenever you create a project, your project name should be in lowercase. So enter you need to do. So it is creating the new React application project. Wait, it takes little time to create the project. You need to wait for a while. You need to wait for a while. So see here, project is getting created. It's a very simple, basic 2 minutes program only. I will just show you how we can create the first application in React and how to create the first application in Angular, both. So tell me what we did first. We install one module. What is the module name? Create React app. And with the help of that module only, we are creating the what? React projects. And React project name always must be in a lowercase. Okay, wait. So wait here. It almost done now. Okay, now. Now you can find here, you can find there is a happy hacking will come. What it will come? Happy hacking. See here, what's the here? Happy hacking. Clear the screen. Now I want to start the Visual Studio Code. So to start the Visual Studio Code, you can type code space dot. So whenever you type this, a Visual Studio Code will open from that same folder only. And inside that folder, this is welcome file. You close this. Now you can find what is the project name? My app1. So my app1 project came. I am not showing the structure of the project. So later we will see the structure of the project when you are coming for regular classes. In this workshop, I'm just showing you how I created the what? Project. My app1 project is ready. Now what you can do is nothing but you can take the support of terminal here. There is a what is there? Terminal. You can go for what? New terminal. Then in terminal you can execute the code here. You can run the project here. So what you can type cd. What is the name of my project? My app1. Now we are into my app1. Then here we need to type npm start. How to run the project? Got an idea? What you need to say? npm start. Enter. So whenever you type this command, so your React project runs here. Your React project runs here. Wait here. So there is a one development server is there. You can see here. What server is there here? Development server. So remember, whenever we are working with React, React also executing in development server. Angular is also executing under development server. But their port numbers are different. See, whenever we install the softwares, so softwares comes with port numbers. They reserved some port numbers. So React port number is 3000. You can see this. React is telling if you want to see the output, you need to type this. But don't worry, output directly it will be open. This is nothing but my first React application output. Understand my point here now? So tell me which is the port number we are using for React? 3000. 3000 is a default port number where my development server is working. Development server is a lightweight server. Okay, I got an idea. This is a simple one. So tell me, creating a React project is easy or difficult? Very easy, na? What we need to do? Install create React app module, create the project, go to that project, run the project. 4 steps, finish. So this is how we can see. This is how we can create the first React application. Similarly, I want to go for what here? Angular also. So what I will do, I will close again this Visual Studio Code, close. I want to close everything. I want to close everything. But this time I will say one more folder, new folder, that is known as what here? Angular projects. Inside these Angular projects, I will go and I will open the command prompt. Here also same, open the command prompt. What I will do here, first what we need to do, we need to install TypeScript. See, when we are creating a React project, I told you React project will be developed by using JSX. In React, we are writing which code? JSX code. So we don't need to install JSX. JSX is nothing but JavaScript only. HTML we are writing. So we don't need to install JSX separately. But when you are working with Angular, whenever you are creating an Angular project, mandatory you need to install what? TypeScript. Understood my point here now? So first step, what we need to do? We need to install TypeScript. NPM. Here also we are using NPM. Install globally. What I need? @Angular /CLI @latest. I want See here, what I will do now. There is a one choice is there with you guys. One is nothing but what here. You can go for what here? Direct Angular also. Direct what here? Angular also. So whenever here, if you see properly what I'm going to do, I'm taking npm install -g globally. What I'm installing first? Angular installing, guys. First I'm installing Angular, guys. And which version I'm telling? Which version? Latest version. Enter. First install the Angular. So don't worry. If you install Angular, everything will comes. Everything will comes. Okay. Okay. So now let's see this one now. We came into the now. So what we need to do first, we need to create what? Project. How to create the project? See this. ng means Angular. Okay. New project. What's the name of your project? First app. You can give anything. Enter. It is asking, do you need routing? No, I don't need routing because routing is a concept is there in Angular. It's asking during the project creation because this is my first program. I don't need any routing. I don't need extra logic. I don't need. No. CSS, you just do enter. Enter. See here, project is getting created. So see here, it takes little time, guys. And what is the main difference is nothing but Angular will take more memory when compared to React projects. React projects are lightweight projects, but Angular projects are heavyweight projects. That's why here also performance means startup time. Startup time is more for what here React. Startup time is less when compared to React to Angular. Okay, so see this, it is taking a lot of time. Yes, definitely it will take a lot of time and it will consume too much memory also. Every project. It's a heavy weight. Wait here. Finish 2 minutes. We'll run the project, we'll finish. So tell me, do you think that if you learn one React, you can learn Angular, na? So that is the reason. See, many students will ask me, sir, how do you know this many front-end technologies? How do you know this many back-end technologies? See, my training is a project-based training it is. Project-based training means based on the project, I need to update myself. You know, when I started my career, 8 years, you won't believe me, 8 years I worked with Angular only. Later, what happened, you know, then in one of my projects, they gave me training on React. They gave KT on React. Then after that, working with React, then I realized React is very awesome. It's very easy to learn when compared to Angular. But remember, to learn React, you must be guru in JavaScript. If your JavaScript is strong, then you can learn what here? React easily. So now you can see here, now project is created. Again, I want to open what? Visual Studio Code. How to open? Code space dot. Whenever you type this, Visual Studio Code will open. And now you can see what is my project name? First app. And now how to run this? How to run? See, ng surf -- open. There we wrote npm start. Here we are writing what? ng surf -- open. You can open in terminal also. You can go to the terminal, new terminal. So what you can do, we are in Angular project. First go to cd first app. Then here you can type ng surf -- open. So sometimes, due to some disability is there here. Okay, you do one thing, come to the command prompt. You can just move to the project. CD, first app, what I can say, ng serve -- open. Your wish, you want to run in terminal, you can run in terminal. No, sir, I want to run in command prompt, you can run in command prompt. You have two choices. So it is asking, do you need this? No, I don't need anything. So it's running the project. You can see this. It's taking a lot of time to run or not. It will take a lot of time because startup time is very, it's taking too much. React will not take that much startup time. If you run, immediately output will come within a few seconds. But Angular, it's taking few seconds, more seconds when compared to React. So see here, you can see generating browser application bundles. It's creating the bundles. Now you can see here. This is the what here, the page, the first output of Angular page. Landing page, you can say. And what is the port number it is using? 4200. So remember, you can see there is a difference between what here. You can say the difference between Angular and React is nothing but Angular works with 4200 port number, but React works with what here? 3000 port number. So what we comes to the conclusion today? Today we came to the conclusion. See, if you want to create project, in React we need to use create React app my app1. If you want to create in Angular, we need to say what here? ng new my app1, whatever the project. If you want to run the project here, we need to use npm start. Here, if you want to run the project, we need to use ng serve -open serve. And here I said it is working with which port number? / localhost : 3000 port number it is using. And if you want to see the output of Angular, we need to go to 4200 port number. So tell me, do you think that IT technologies are very complex to learn? No. If you have grip in one technology, then automatically you can learn the remaining technologies also. Understood my point here now? So even a person who is having a knowledge in React, you can learn Vue.js, you can learn Amber, you can learn Backbone. We have different things, guys. But mainly the thing is where to use React and where to use Angular. See, if your application is a rich featured application, rich featured means if your project is very big, which is having lots of features, then we need to go with what here? Angular. If you want to just create UIs, UI means what here? Facebook UI is very simple UI. So for medium and small scale projects, we are working with what? React. Understood my point here now? So this is what I want to conclude my session with the front end. So remember, tomorrow we will meet once again for what here? Back end. So I will show you how we are creating the applications in the back end also. So tell me, online students, I hope you people understood completely about front end, and offline students, you too. And I hope with the help of this session, you clarified the complete dots, whatever the doubts are there with you, you have concluded what here? All the doubts. Yes or no? So tell me, do you have any questions to discuss with me? Any questions? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Ajay.